Downloading the files, I have a short presentation about learning management system. And we started the online program or online learning management system way back in 2004, and we call it web-based teaching and learning system. This was hard-coded, meaning it was created from scratch at present, we're now using a learning management system that was based on Moodle. Because the learning management system before that we developed is getting outdated and it's getting hard to maintain. We call it the on-course. Online course, ubiquitous real-time system of education. And the URL is oncourse.cpsctech.org, and you can view that. Basically, our Moodle or our on-course is a Moodle version 2.6. No, it has a responsive layout and supports HTML5. We install it in a remote private server via bluehost.com. Bluehost.com is located in the United States because why we did that is when programs outside the country try to access our website, it goes directly to the United States servers. So ideally, the connection will be faster, unlike doing a server here in our headquarters. And basically, a learning management system or the Moodle is written in an open source scripting language called PHP. It uses Apache, which is also an open source web server, and a database, which is MySQL. So you need three components to run a Moodle web server. The web server, the scripting, which is PHP, and the database. With these three, you get a dynamic website. And this is what a dynamic website, just a diagram, how it works. Of course, this is a diagram of the web server. And this is the file storage. This is the database. And this is the PHP server. Actually, it collects information, gets data from the file storage and database, puts them together, and creates a unique HTML page. So, do you understand why it is called a unique HTML page? So I'll show you an example of that. So if you go to your on course, if you open your on course, do you get the same pages as I do? Is it the same? Do you get the same picture as I do? Of course not. Do you get the same name as I do? No. That is because we're using a dynamic website. So for each user account, you will have a unique web page, meaning it can show you a different person picture, it can show you a different name, and it can show you different records and activities. So if you took the exam, you will have a unique user interface wherein your exam and all your activities will be recorded, and the page will be shown specifically just for you. No? And for everyone, it's also going to be different because the records of that page will also be different. That is called the dynamic. So for each user account, they actually, if you go back here, they actually pull different data from the database depending on the user, and files depending on the user. They get that data, they put them together, and they will show you a unique HTML page for each user account. So that's the beauty of a dynamic website. Okay, there are three methods for Moodle or Moodle LMS implementation. Number one is you create a local web server. No? Creating a local web server actually is very easy. You can use an old laptop, old computer. You just install a software, Apache MySQL, PHP. You can download that directly in Bitnami. And when you install that, immediately you create a local web server. Number two is you simply subscribe to a web hosting service. But this is a paid service, just like what we're doing, which is the cloud. And the last one is create an account in genomio.com. Genomio.com is a free Moodle service supported by online ads. So just an overview of Moodle Learning Management System. Of course, you have the site, the whole site, and you have the courses. But courses are actually categorized. So if you install a Moodle website, there will be categories and there will be courses. Okay, again, I will go to the features of Moodle. This is actually going to be your task. Okay, you will need to do a learning management system on your own. It has to have self-registration and enrollment. It should be able to distribute program materials, participants through Google Drive or any other VPN, cloud sharing resources. It should have real-time grade results. It should have online submission of tasks and project work. And of course, the most important, it should have online exam with time limit. This is an example of a grade sheet. So before you start your learning management system, you have to have a grade sheet. Okay? This is going to be the breakdown of your of how you score. How many points for this task, how many points for this task, how many points for, for exam. An example is this one. For task 1, it is a total of 40 points. And delivery, lighting, and sound, 20 points, 10 points, 10 points, total of 40. And for task 2, 20 points each for interface design, content organization, and of course the online exam, which will total to 100 points. So when you do your system, you have to design this. You have to design your grade sheet. Like how many tasks you will do if you have practical tasks or assignments, and how many points will be the exam. If you want, you can put multiple exam. Exam 1, exam 2, exam 3. Practical task 1, practical task 2. And you have to break down. And it's better if you total it to 100 points. Because it will, 100 points can be directly the percentage. If they get 80 points, they get 80%. Yes. So this is another one. This is for the program of Greening TVET for Sustainable Development. The breakdown of scores.